Hi guys, it's Ulrike here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Ulrike and I review a lot of activewear, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. For all of you who usually watch my videos, you will notice this is a very different backdrop. And as per usual, when I try something different, just give me your feedback. We'll see if this works out or not, but I love this hanging chair. And I like this view to the garden. And yes, I moved, and I will also soon give you some fun, I don't know, house tour and maybe a closet tour or something. We still have to order the closets and, put things in there and put them together first, right, once they arrive and all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be some fun stuff coming there as well. Do let me know in the comments down below what type of stuff you'd be interested in seeing. And I feel like I also should mention YouTube money does not pay for this house. That doesn't work. Not for me, at least. So, yes. But anyway, yes, we moved to a house and it has a garden and it has this hanging chair because I wanted this hanging chair. So the previous owners left it hanging from the ceiling. And this is presumably or hopefully going to be the new filming corner. I can move things around a little bit, but let's see how this works. Because now it's quite sunny behind me. So yeah, let's see if this is okay. Like I said, do let me know also in the comments down below if you have any feedback, any suggestions. Feedback also like when it comes to the lighting. And I'm always happy to hear your thoughts. But let's get into today's video. I do have a little Gymshark review for you. I don't really get stuff from Gymshark too much simply because it's not really it doesn't interest me as much as some other brands. However, I do appreciate that with Gymshark, there's easy shipping, easy shopping for sure. You can get free shipping if you're over a certain amount. You have free returns. You don't have to pay import fees. At least if you're I guess maybe in some countries, I don't know. But if you're in Europe, if you're in North America, Australia, wherever, right? Because it's a major company, it's a big company, so you don't have to pay import fees, which is pretty good. And also, like I said, easy returns, which I really appreciate because a lot of Gymshark stuff, I'm like, who did this and why? But I still kind of want to try it. And I can also link my whole Gymshark playlist up here in case you're interested in seeing more of my Gymshark reviews. Also, so back in, when was the last one of these? I don't know, 2 years ago, I guess? I don't know. Whitney Simmons, a big fitness influencer. She was with Gymshark. I guess now she still is with Gymshark. She did have a few collections with Gymshark, and those were generally the styles that I liked the most. And I think now she's creative director or whatever. So she's working with Gymshark again. But this is not Gymshark X Whitney Simmons collection stuff. This is just things that she has designed with them. And they still advertise, of course, as something that she has designed with them. So I figured, well, why not get some of those things and try them out? And I think we only 4 pieces. It's a little package. But the colors are fun, and it's basically new Adapt Seamless stuff. Because I guess she really likes that line. To be fair, the Adapt Seamless line is some of the better Gymshark stuff, for sure. But let's rip this package open. And let's get started. 4 things, also very bright colors because spring is coming. We have tiny little flowers in the garden as well. And like I said, you can see it's very, very sunny behind me. So that's pretty nice. And I think I got 2 tops and 2 bottoms. Unfortunately, the sportswear was already sold out. So I did get a short sleeve and a long sleeve top. I was trying, but I wasn't on the website when it came out, and usually the Whitney Simmons stuff was also quite fast, flew off the shelves basically, kind of. It's of course possible that there's returns, and then you can snag some of that stuff. But and they did have the pink and the blue colors, which I'm going to show you in a second. But they also did have a brown and a black, or was it gray and a black or something like that? So if you're a little bit more into the neutral colors, you can also actually get something. Those weren't as popular as the blue and the pink here. But let's get started. I'm usually starting with the top. So making my way from the least amount of fabric to the most amount of fabric. And this is where we're going to start with the Adapt Animal Seamless Crop Top in pink. This is described as body fit. I got this in a size small. It's also my normal top size. And yeah. Oof. Let's see. So it doesn't have built-in cup pads or anything, but it has this cute kind of, yeah, not square neckline. It's not really square, is it? Because it's kind of going a little bit wider down there. But here you go. It has the Adapt animal print on there. To be fair, usually, I mean, Adapt comes in different prints in a way, right? You have like animal and sometimes you have something else, but here you can definitely see it's animal, and it's kind of a mixture of different animals. Like I feel like we have some leopard, we have some crocodile, and there's probably a whole bunch of other stuff in there still. But yeah, this is the little short sleeve. You can see it has like the cap sleeves here. It's a single layer, so I probably would wear a sports bra underneath, but at least the Adapt fabric is quite thick usually, so it's not the thinnest type of fabric. But yeah, I would have preferred a second layer if they were thinking that you should wear this without a sports bra. And yeah, it doesn't have that. I also find it interesting that it doesn't really have anything built in or whatever, because honestly, like the sports bra that comes in this collection has like this little twist in the front. So it is actually quite hard to kind of have that not poke through when you're wearing like a more tighter fitting top. So I don't know. Anyway, it's a cropped, obviously. You also do have a ribbed band here underneath to kind of get you like tucked in a little bit. It doesn't seem super tight. And in general, the Adapt fabric is always like a little bit softer. So it's definitely like a soft seamless. It doesn't have the scratchy feeling. Oh my God, there was one Gymshark like seamless, what was it called? Mercury or something. That was so like just so scratchy. And I just hated that one. But this one is fine. This one is fine. It's made from 79% nylon, 15% polyester, and 6% elastane. And yeah, I mean, there's not much else to it, right? Interesting also the cap sleeves, right? And you have a little bit like of a like overlap here from the sleeves. And I think the cut is cute. It's something a little bit different. And we should just see it on. All right, and now, in case you're interested, the hanging chair is right behind the camera. So, yes, we can't use that for the try-ons. That's just how it goes. But anyway, this is, again, like, you know, if you have any feedback on the lighting or anything, let me know. Yeah, because I'm not sure yet if this is going to be the corner for the try-ons or not. But let's talk about our little top here. I honestly quite like it. I think it's quite comfy. I really just wish they had made it double lined, maybe some removable cup pads, because you know it's actually super comfy. And I would have just liked some cup pads, like a little bit of like nipple coverage basically, because yeah, you could definitely see some nipples. Of course it's a print, so it's not going to be as obvious because the print is a little bit distracting from the nippling or whatever you want to call it, the nippage, right? But yeah, it's yeah, they could have just given us cup pads. Otherwise, you have this band under the chest to keep you a little bit tucked in. I like this neckline. We do have the short cap sleeves here as well. They're not cutting in or anything, which is also nice. So yeah, they just fit quite comfortably. And overall, like the print placement is good on here. I do like it. And yeah, the pink is also fun. I do like it, the pink. I'm usually not a pink person, but you know, I've said this for years and I've accumulated more and more pink because some of the pinks are actually quite nice. And yeah, I do like this one. Like the neckline is really fun. And also advantage of this top, right? Because I feel like this was like, there was this top and then there was another like more longer neck holder top or something. I'm not the biggest fan of neck holders. Those were the two tops that actually did have some like boob coverage, because the others, the sports bra, and then there's a long sleeve that you'll see in a second, just have like a super deep neckline, which honestly, I mean, sometimes I like, but when it comes to like, you know, really working out, you don't want to have to think about something falling out. So this is kind of like perfect because it keeps you tucked in, still looks cute, but also, yeah, just, you know, you have some coverage. if I were to wear this to the gym, I would definitely wear a sports bra underneath, like support-wise. There's no support. It's very, very light. And yeah, that's just what it is. I'm not going to fall out. The neckline is not that low, so that's perfect. And then in the back, it's just very, very simple, but I do like the length as well. And like I said, I actually think it looks quite cute, especially with like, yeah, the cap sleeves and everything. So yeah, not bad. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Adapt Animal Seamless long sleeve top. Again, it's also described as body fit, and I got this in blue. So as I mentioned before, there was pink and blue as colors, and then, yeah, black and brown or black and gray. But I'm more of a color person, so I wanted to try the colors. And yeah, I actually do have an Adapt long sleeve already, and I think this is just similar, but it doesn't exactly look the same, I think. This one also doesn't have removable cup pads in it, but this one certainly is something you cannot really wear a sports bra underneath. They also, funnily enough, put holes for your cup pads in there. And I'm always thinking, like, if you put holes for cup pads in there, just give me the freaking cup pads. Like, how hard can it be? They cannot be that expensive, right? Like, just give me the cup pads, please, so I don't have to, like, go and grab them from a different top if I want them in. You can always take them out, but it's always so annoying if you have to, like, put them in yourself, right? And if you give me the holes for them, then why don't you give me the cup pads? It's going to be a mystery. This one, by the way, has a slightly different fabric composition than the short sleeve crop. This is 81% nylon, 14% polyester, and 5% elastane. So I think that is 1% less elastane and 1% less polyester for some reason. It definitely still feels very, very similar, right? We also do have some stretch. It's soft enough. It has a little bit of a texture to it as well. And again, animal print all over, but this time in blue. It is, of course, also tonal again. And I feel like here, it's interesting because you do have more pattern up top, and then the sleeves, the longer you go, like at the here at the bottom of the sleeve, basically, it's just blue. So the pattern kind of, it's like a little bit of ombre without being too intensely ombre. So that's kind of interesting. We do have a very, very deep neckline. You do have this twist detail. And this is exactly what the sports bra was like as well. So this, basically the front is kind of the sports bra, just, of course, no long sleeves, no nothing, right? So it's just, yeah, but the twisty detail is the same. We do have a little Gymshark logo here as well. I didn't actually notice it too much on the other one. Huh. Oh, there, it's in the back, okay. And here we just have it in the front. Usually with Gymshark I expect logos all over, but I think they've kind of stepped away from that a bit ago, basically. Because it used to be Gymshark logo here, Gymshark logo there, Gymshark logo there. I feel like a lot of pieces had at least 3 times Gymshark, either the logo or saying Gymshark somewhere. And now, I mean, just having one is kind of like, wow, okay, that's different. And then in the back, we have this big cutout here. So we have a really, really big open back, kind of like peekaboo hole, which is kind of fun. You could still show off your muscles even though you're wearing a long sleeve, basically. And yeah, there's also this seam here in the back in kind of the middle, there and there. And overall, let's just see it on. All right, onto our long sleeve. Yeah, definitely very low cut, but you know, I could have just, a little bit more fabric up top would have been nice. Like, I don't need more fabric down here. I actually quite like how this slight V shape is kind of flattering the lower tummy area, or like this, the tummy area in general, not the lower one necessarily, but I think it's always quite flattering here. But yeah, I mean, I'm not falling out right now, but would I go to the gym like this? Probably not. Like, it's cute, it looks good, but it's not necessarily something that, yeah, people would be, you know, comfortable with in the gym. And like, I mean, like I said, I can move around a little bit, like nothing is gonna fall out, but it's just a little low. And I did recently try on one of these Adapt long sleeve tops that also was this low cut, and I did keep it, but that's also because, you know, I sometimes wear these things for videos. I do wear these things for yoga pictures, and then I'm a little bit more comfortable with this type of thing than if I wear this to the gym. And of course, if you also have like a home gym or something, right, then you could maybe also like justify this purchase because you would feel like, okay, that's fine. Or if you just wear this to the gym because you own it and like you're comfortable with that, that's perfect. But I feel like a lot of people would be a little bit like, that's a little bit too low. And just like with a small chest especially, right? I mean, I can get away with lower cuts, but I still would like a little bit more fabric up here. And I hope that makes sense. Otherwise, we do have this kind of ombre look here with the sleeves, right? We still have the pattern up here, and then it just becomes like less and less of the lighter blue until we just have the dark blue here from around this area basically. And the sleeves are quite long, but where are the thumb holes? Like I was so much expecting thumb holes when I put this on that I was like, where are they? Especially, right? The sleeve length, I mean, it goes over the thumbs. The thumb holes could be right there and there, and we just don't have them. So interesting. Where are thumb holes? I mean, it's not like I need thumb holes, and I'm also not like the biggest thumb hole fan or anything, but if you make them this long and not just like normal wrist length, give me the thumb holes, okay? Like, it's a little odd. Also, of course, you do have low support, right? Probably a little bit more still than with the short sleeve crop, simply because there's a double layer of the fabric that kind of usually gives a little bit more support. And we do have a tighter band under the chest here, I would say. It's not really like an elastic or a ripped band, right? It's just like the seams here, but like the whole twisty part kind of makes for that, right? And then of course, what I really like about this one actually, the big hole, the big opening in the back, I think it looks quite good. And like you can kind of show off your muscles, like if you do lat pulls or something, right? But I actually think it's quite nice. Yeah. Then the band here, you do have that, here, you don't really have a ribbed band here either, but it's also not super tight. So like it's not gonna be cutting in or anything too much. And yeah, overall, I do think that the back of the thing looks kind of cute. And the front does too, right? It's just give me a little bit more coverage up here. And I'm perfectly happy to wear this to the gym. Because the thing is, right, it's so low cut, but it's also so exposing here. And this part, I don't really mind at all. Like I don't get under boob generally. It has happened with pieces that were super, super, super low coverage. But here, I mean, I'm secure, right? Nothing's gonna fall out there. But like up here, it's a little too much, but it's cute. So yeah. Of course, you know, if you, like I said, if you have a home gym or something, or if you just don't mind, or like this is perfectly fine for you, then that's great. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people have to like think about like, would I actually wear this, or is it just like cute and nice to have, but you're not really getting anything out of it because you're not actually wearing this to the gym? I don't know. But yeah, it's cute. It's cute. But I feel like they could do a little bit more here. And then we're golden. But yeah, let's move on. All right, I'm just enjoying this chair. It's like, you know, you can like just lean back, and this is also gonna be the room where I'm gonna have some books, so it's a perfect reading spot. And you can just open some windows, you know, just enjoy the outside while still being inside. But back to this video. I did get 2 bottoms, so shorts and leggings. Surprise, surprise, there's usually only 2 bottoms. And we'll start with the shorts. Like I said in the beginning, least amount of fabric to most amount of fabric. And these are the Adapt Animal Seamless Shorts, also described as body fit. And I did get these in a size medium, because generally with Gymshark, with bottoms, I do tend to go for medium for most of them. And shorts in general anyway. So yeah, we got the shorts here. They of course have the typical Gymshark scrunch, I think. Yes, they do. Of course they do. Which is definitely not my favorite. I will say that. But yes, I still want to try these. Like I said, free returns, right? So easy peasy. And yeah, pink color here to match our first top. This one has the wide ribbed band here. It's a little bit tighter. I also can notice already that it's not tapered or anything. So it's just like, it feels like it's just a very straight piece of fabric. And my body is not, my body's more like this, you know? So I don't know. So either this is going to be too tight or this is going to be too big, maybe. A little weird. Although maybe because this is a much tighter, like less stretchy fabric, and here you have a lot more stretch, maybe that it works out. We will see. Yeah, you don't have a front seam. It's also seamless, right? We have the animal print all over again here. Actually, here you can also see a little bit of a zebra print. I didn't see that on the crop on the short sleeve, but here we definitely do have zebra. I also feel like, did they do this on purpose? Do you see this here in the back? It kind of looks a little bit like a tramp stamp. Like, is that, because I always thought this kind of pattern was a little bit random, but maybe it is on the tops, but it doesn't seem random on the bottoms. It seems a little bit more intentional. Like kind of, they were also trying to create this V glute seam without actually having it, right? And then you also have like a V kind of animal print there, and then you have the signature Gymshark booty hole, butthole scrunch that doesn't really budge. Yeah, I think this was fully intentional. That it kind of looks a little bit, I mean, to me, like I said, it kind of looks a little bit like a tramp stamp here in the back. Do let me know what you think. But it's a little odd, I will say that. And then here in the front, we do have like a little bit more crocodile print on the side, right? It's also, it looks very intentional, the placement of the prints. I didn't notice this with other adapt pieces. So I assume this is something that I either never noticed or that they've just done for this collection. And to be fair, I mean, I haven't tried adapt in a while, so maybe this has been happening for a while, but I don't know. Like this specifically is kind of a little much, maybe. Let me know, and let's see it on. Shorts, here we go. Yeah, as per usual, seamless shorts, I feel like there's a little bit more cutting in than with non-seamless shorts in the thighs. And yeah, I mean, that plus, I don't think they really made it thick thigh friendly, but like I always think, for me, from my perspective looking down, it looks a little bit more intense than when I actually see it when I edit the videos. But there's a little bit of cutting in. It's not uncomfortable. Like I still think I could wear this and I'd be fine. It's just a little bit more also optics wise than, yeah, some non-seamless shorts. And it's generally, I generally have this problem with seamless. Like it's something about like the seamless like edges here or something that's just never as flexible or as stretchy as a normal non-seamless piece. And of course, it also has to do with like that they don't flare it out necessarily at the bottom. Buffini collection usually has their shorts flare out a little bit at the bottom, which makes them a little bit more thick thigh friendly. And I mean, Gymshark has never done that, so that's just how it is. Otherwise, yes, we have the front here. You do have the high waistband. It's not super compressive. Like I feel like there could be a little bit more, and of course you can pull this a little bit higher if you want, but then you're gonna get the lower tummy, so I'll just leave it here. No front seam either, Gymshark logo there. And yeah, we do have this seamless, this animal pattern here, kind of elongating things and like kind of framing your thighs a little bit. Maybe a little bit of Barbie crotch. And then in the back, yeah, I don't know. The tramp stamp-esque, the definitely intentional placement. And then you have the scrunch here. I don't know. Like maybe there's a little bit of contouring that looks good here. The length is also good in the back. But yeah, you can definitely see like the squishing a little bit. But up here, I don't know. I'm also not sure how I feel about the pink bottoms in general. Like I feel like maybe in blue I would like them a little bit more. I do like the pink top, but maybe the pink bottoms is a little bit too much for me. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the pink top I could keep. The shorts, yeah, probably not. But it's also like A, I'm not so used to pink bottoms, and then B, I mean this whole like pattern placement is a little odd. And the shorts themselves, I mean, with the cutting in and stuff, I'm not as comfortable in these as I would be in some other shorts that I have tried before. But yeah, the Adapt seamless fabric is still nice, but it's not necessarily my piece. Let's move on. Last but not least, we have our leggings here in blue. So the Adapt Animal Seamless Leggings, again described as body fit. No surprise there because it's a pair of leggings. And I also did get these in a size medium. And let's see if we also have some very intentional pattern placement here. And yes, we do. Like, I don't know. I feel like in the front it's fine. In the front it's kind of, you know, we're a little bit more random. We have like, I don't know, maybe also giraffe on here, right? Like all kinds of things. Giraffe, crocodile. I feel like that's maybe a little bit of leopard, but that's kind of the front, right? And then you have a little bit of like more like contouring kind of on the side, like with some prints. But then the back is just a little, it's just a little much. Again, this tramp stamp shaped stuff here at the top. And then we have the V illusion stuff here. And then you have zebra as kind of an under glute contour maybe, or on the glutes. I don't know. Yeah, it's, or is it, yeah. I mean, and then the crocodile right on the butt, like in this kind of curved. I don't know. Listen, it's yeah, it's something. And then we also do have this one, what is it? I can't actually tell, but like this one kind of going down all the way, so kind of elongate things a little bit. Maybe it looks different when you have it on, and honestly, I mean, if I hadn't looked at it too intently, maybe I would have not. I don't know. I'm wondering if I wouldn't have noticed it. And maybe it's less obvious when, yeah, maybe it's less obvious when you have it on. I don't know. Yeah. Like the front is fine. I can deal with that, but I don't know. Let's see it on. Onto the leggings now. Yeah, they're high-waisted. I feel like they're pulling a little bit lower in the back though, which is not necessarily my favorite thing. Yeah, the waist could be a tad tighter, especially in the back, because that's where they're also like pulling a little bit lower there. And yeah, high-waisted enough, so my natural waist around there, and you can kind of adjust a little bit, right? The waistband is also wide, and you kind of want the most compression, of course, also for your lower tummy area. So if you pull it too high, you're not going to get that compression. If you pull it just the right amount, then you get a little bit more compression here. We do have no front seam, no top seam. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a Barbie crotch with this one though, honestly. Like, I feel like it's usually not that, I don't know. Like it just feels like it. I'm not sure if it's always hard to tell if it actually looks like it or not. But yeah, something is not necessarily quite right. Lengthwise, these are also a little bit shorter than I expected because they're shorter than a 7/8 length on me. And I always thought the Gymshark leggings were usually 7/8 length on me. Maybe I misremembered. But anyway, now you know. And yeah, you have this animal print. And of course, like I said, in the front, it's not as weird as in the back, the intentional placement. But we do have the crocodile and leopard or giraffe or whatever on here. And then in the back, the little tramp stamp-esque design. And then the V here and the Gymshark, signature Gymshark booty hole, butthole scrunch. And the contouring, I mean, I will say, and these ones at least, the underglute contouring, is it even under? Like it's also really hard for me to see, right? But I feel like for under the glutes, it kind of currently looks quite good. I do get the littlest bit of glute separation with the scrunch, but like generally for me, it usually just sits a little bit more on top. Honestly though, they've placed it a little bit lower now. They used to start having it up here, I think. Now it's at least a little bit lower. And also if you, right, because my wider part is this area. If you don't have your wider part around this area, like you'll still be able to get this in between the glutes a little bit more than me. And that could make it look a little bit nicer. I don't know. For me, it's just always a little bit much with the scrunch. I would have preferred just a simple back seam, but I feel like it's at least doing a little bit of something. But yeah, I don't like how it's pulling a little bit lower here in the back when I squat. So I wish it would be staying up a little bit better. But like I said, it's because it needs to be more compressive here. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this kind of tramp stamp-esque back thing. I need to think about it. Let me know what you think of this. It's a little odd, for sure. I do like the color though. I think the color is really nice, quite fun, and very, very summery for sure as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. Otherwise, I mean, I like the Adapt fabric, the Adapt seamless fabric. It's thicker, it's not too thick though. It's a little bit compressive. I feel like it could have a little bit more of a hugging feeling. And, but yeah, it's definitely one of their better seamless fabrics. I think, like I said before, my favorite, along with the Vital Seamless 2.0, or maybe it's actually my favorite. Like, you know, it's kind of close. But yeah, I mean, they're not bad, but I really need to think about how I feel about this. I don't know yet, but let's move on. It's conclusion time. Here's our little pile. I do like the colors. I think they also are nicely mix and matchable. That's if you can say that. So yeah, you could wear the pink with the blue and the blue with the pink and whatever, right? I do like the Adapt fabric, and as I mentioned before, it's kind of like, I would say my favorite, things just fell. My favorite Gymshark seamless fabric. I mean, the Vital 2.0 was also pretty good, but it's thinner, and I do prefer that the little bit of texture that you get here, and it's just a little bit softer and just has a little bit more of this jacquard fabric feeling, because I think it's basically jacquard fabric, right? I don't know. But I always do like a good jacquard fabric, and jacquard fabric is basically just when the print is kind of like stitched in, and it just has usually like a soft feel to it. I will say like the pattern placement was a little much. And I don't mind it on the tops. I'm perfectly also fine with all this pattern, right? On the bottoms, I think it really depends. On my mood, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Like, Gymshark is never going to be my favorite, and I know that. I still try it every now and then because A, it's kind of fun to try out something that is completely ridiculous, which is definitely stuff they sometimes do, but also B, because it's, like I said, just easy to order and return, and sometimes I do find a little bit of a gem here and there, so not saying that all of it is terrible. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it your thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, you can subscribe to the channel so you get notified about all the new videos that are coming out. Like I said, there's going to be like some fun, like, I'm going to put some closets together and we're going to put the activewear in the closet and here's the filming and the house and whatever. So also do let me know what you kind of want to see there. Yeah. Again, if you have any feedback, also when it comes to like lighting and all this kind of stuff, do let me know in a comment down below. You can also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, if you have any feedback or suggestions also for new brands to review or whatever, do let me know in the comments down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, see some of the pieces in action there, and DM me there, but I'm more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. And yeah, if there's anything you want me to see, drop a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!